So this week we'll be going through some Q&A. So we've been asked a few questions over the last few weeks, and we just thought we'd address them. So so we'll start off with a few SEO questions. So how long does it take for SEO to work?
That's a really interesting question. A lot of people ask us that, and a lot of people think different results going to come in play.
That's definitely it. Yeah, and at the end of the day, SEO doesn't happen overnight. But on the flip side, it is sustainable marketing, isn't it? Once
100%.
Once the work's done, there's no on and off switch. So it does take time, but it's cost effective and long term it works well. So
there's no on and off switch, but it's important to add that if you start slacking in terms of not uploading new content, not updating your site, not sort of matching up with the new keywords and things like that, you are going to start down ranking. So it's not like you can set something up now and it will still be there in the same position in 2022, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like with pay-per-click, because pay-per-click is the if SEO is the good guy, pay-per-click is the bad guy. It's the polar opposites, essentially. So with pay-per-click, the issue is if you stop, everything stops. With SEO, it's very difficult to stop and the results being different. It's not a drastic change. So it's not a drastic change when you stop working on it, but at the same time, it's not a drastic change when you start working on it. You have to wait.
Part of SEO and probably what we focus on the most is conversion rate optimization, and that's a big part of it. So I guess you can get results instantly. So if you are getting a lot of traffic to the website, and then sometimes we come in, it's some really basic, simple things that just need adjusting. So I guess things it could be done overnight, if you're getting traffic to the website already. But in terms of rankings and things like that, you can get some quick results depending on, when I say quick results, you can get low competitive keywords, ranked like a few weeks. But to see the best results, it takes 3 to 6 months. That's when you can start to really reap in the rewards. But SEO is an ongoing strategy, but again, it's a worthwhile strategy.
So I think with a good example to use was with one of our clients a few months ago. Obviously, we're not going to mention any names, but we was a projection of what kind of results we could expect and what kind of rough time frame, and we projected sort of a jump of about 40 places in Google in about 5-6 months, and surprisingly, they did it in about, I think it's 3 or 4, even less than I think.
4 months. So basically what happened with that, there was the site just it wasn't doing very well, was it? So
no,
we did some changes which actually got them kind of on the board.
I think we jumped into first position a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So initially we came in, did some quick changes, got them as to like the point where we could, as far as it could go, and then it went into what we were doing, and then that ultimately did the results in it. But again, it took a bit of time.
It's not something that could have been achieved overnight. That was something that, like I said, we projected, I think, between 4, 5, 6 months, and the exact goal that we wanted to reach, which was first position in Google for that exact keyword, that happened within like 3 months, which was really good.
What was the lead generation for that? How much was it last month? How much was it worth? 50.
I don't think I can mention figures, but I think we get a solid, on average a day, about 2-3 inquiries these days.
Yeah, it's high ticket as well, isn't it?
So it is quite high ticket as well. So the close rate, obviously, because high ticket is not like 50% or anything, but because it's high ticket, there's enough ROI in it for everyone to win, So but again, that's not something that could have, and the results weren't there in the first 3 months, and we knew that we had to articulate that, and that's what everyone has to get across with SEO. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one.
I mean, just to go back. So a quick win you can do. So if your site's already ranking, and if you top of page 2, if you kind of like, I've exhausted all options, then there's something that I did, and for our website and for clients' websites, and that's looking inside the website. So looking at internal links, external link building. Again, that's really useful, and redirecting broken links. So the Yoast Premium plugin that does it automatically for you. I'm sure there's free ones out there, but Yoast is a really good platform plugin for that. Yoast Premium also gives you the option. It also recommends internal links to link to. So again, it's a good reminder. But if you're going through doing the on-page optimization properly, then you should be able to pick up on it quick. We've got an SEO checklist ebook, haven't we? So
yeah, you can download that from the description or whatever this video is. So we'll link it somewhere. Yeah. Cool. So let's jump into the next one. So we get this one quite a lot actually. Do small local businesses need digital marketing? And we've put this in SEO because we feel like SEO is a good sort of answer to bring into this question. So I'll ask you as an SEO specialist, do small local businesses need SEO?
What business doesn't want to make money?
Thank you for tuning in. No, that pretty much wraps it up. No, exactly, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, if people are searching for it on search engines, which they most likely are, it would have to be something very, 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 very niche for people not to search it on Google. But because it's small local, I assume it's something like a garage or an MOT center or something like that.
Yeah.
So. Would you say yes?
Absolutely, yeah. Small local businesses, especially with the rise of voice search and things like that. Especially if you're a local business, people they're searching for a garage near me or something like that. Then
and especially with the use of things like location services in Google these days, you don't actually have to type in social media marketing agency Manchester. You can just type in social media marketing agency. If your location services are on, you're in Manchester, it will pick up the local ones first. It's not going to show you, if you're on incognito, you're not showing your location, it will pick up global in terms of the UK. But if you're sharing your location with your phone, which 99% of people do these days,
with or without knowing,
with or without knowing, yeah, you actually, if you're ranking for that in your area, you're winning there.
That's it. And just automatically, if in your area, if there's other businesses, if they're doing digital marketing and you're not, then they're already there.
They're already ahead.
Especially if no one's doing it, then you can always be the first there. Someone like it's a gap, and you should try and exploit it as much as you can. You just can't afford to be without, really. And
no.
We were saying before we came on video that when your company's not making money, you shouldn't be cutting from the marketing budget. You should be investing
adding
more
to
in
it.
Anything, because when you're looking for more sales, more cash, then that comes from marketing. Whatever channel it is, whether it's SEO, social, but regardless of business size, every business does need some sort of marketing and marketing strategy. So
yeah. Conclusion: small businesses do digital marketing. I mean, we use this in an SEO context, but most definitely need all digital marketing sort of help you need. Okay, so last one, and again I'm going to ask you because you're sort of the expert in that area. Is it true you can get banned from Google?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, so there's been over the years, there's been a lot of Google are getting a lot better at reading websites and things like that. So a lot of black hat techniques have started to be found out by Google. So
what's black hat?
So black hat is so for example, a black hat strategy would be to create loads of microsites and then get backlinks to them.
Things that are frowned upon, basically.
Yeah, basically. So I'm trying to think of a polite example. There's like adult products, like building thousands of links to websites and things like that, because Google used to be based on quantity of links rather than quality. So that's done. So another thing is having text on so if you're trying to build links, having text that's white on a white background and hyperlinks back to your website. So again, that's backlit.
That's clever. That.
Well, it's not clever when it's a black hat strategy.
Well, no.
Well, it was clever, but Google are good at catching on to things like that.
There's always going to be black hat techniques people come out with, and Google will take a few sort of months or so to catch on and debunk them. Yeah. But that's, I suppose, the sort of things that will get you. Because I don't actually know, how how does it work when you get banned from? I suppose you didn't get banned. You just get down ranked to like page 72 or something.
Yeah, so it's just the way Search Console reads it. So the way to get rid of it is to stop your website indexing certain links on your website. So you can either go through do it manually, so contacting websites and trying to get rid of the bad links, or you can do it through Search Console. But to be honest, the key is just not do it in the first place. Or if you can't get rid of the links, then just build better links to try and compensate for it. So yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Yeah. And another thing, it's not necessarily SEO, but if you're looking to do affiliate marketing and stuff like that, if you're looking to monetize your website and then you're clicking on your own ads, then you can get banned from Google.
Yeah, that's also a popular one.
You can make money in a day, but then Google actually checks the quality of the clicks and things like that. So yeah, just don't. At the end of the day,
If it sounds scammy, don't do it. Basically,
you can't trick Google. You just can't, and no one can outsmart a team of thousands of developers and people who spent such a long time building a quality platform and developing lots of algorithms. You just can't outsmart. So good white hat practice SEO, then you're not going to get.
It'll reap rewards.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, don't cut any corners, because then that's when you will have problems with Google. The law and Google.
Yeah. And us, because we're going to come at you and tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think that about wraps up that SEO SEO question. If you have any more questions about SEO or you want us to elaborate on anything we've spoken about, then obviously drop us a message below or any of our emails or on social. We'll pick it up, and I'm sure it will make it into the next episode.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.